My name is Hassnain Safdar and I'm currently doing my pre-reg at Specsavers in Leicester.
I'm Louise Munns and I'm a college assessor and examiner.
The first week it was definitely a big jump from when I was at university. It certainly felt like a completely different environment. You know, you're in a fast-paced, busy high street practice, and it's not the one that you're familiar with at university. So you've got to be really prepared for anything, and I think it's different for different pre-regs around the country. Some may start testing from the first day. Luckily for me, I was sort of eased into it, so I started testing family, some staff, just to build my confidence. And I think it's important that you remember that the assessors do want you to pass.
We're there to assess competence across the 75 stage 1 competencies and then ensure that competence has been maintained when we do the stage 2 competencies. Yes, I am a nasty assessor. I am very sorry, and for that I will apologise. But I'm going to try and give you the assessor's perspective on the stage 1 and stage 2, and give you a few of my tips of how you guys can try and survive the year as a pre-registration optometrist. We realise that it is really tough for them. We try and let them take regular breaks as and when they need them, all right? And you know, if they feel like it's all getting too much in the middle of an assessment, then they just need to say, hey, stop, you know, it's fine. But they do need to be prepared. They need to know their stuff, and they need to have seen the appropriate patients. What do you need to do to survive stage 1? Well, consolidate your clinical techniques by practicing things regularly. Right? If you're seeing patients, it will be easy. Always keep good records. If you haven't written it down, it's not been done. So you must keep good records. And when you get your report from your assessor, you need to act on the feedback, improve your knowledge, right? So that you know what you're going to have to do next time.
Another thing that my supervisor taught me was he consistently asked me, Hass, why are you doing these tests? Why are you, for example, if a patient came in with headaches, young patient, struggling with reading, studying, that kind of thing, you know, one of the possible tests that you would think about is checking their accommodation, you know, near point convergence. So it's almost kind of you're cherry picking your tests and applying them to identify the cause of their symptoms, and it's almost ruling out what it might not be and then what it could be. I think planning and preparation, staying organised, and looking through the framework, because if I see a patient episode that, you know, early on and that's required in a later visit, just knowing about those different competencies and how I can sort of save time in that preparation up to and the lead up to the assessment. So organisation is really, really key. It is a really daunting experience. I'm not going to lie about that. You're quite, you know, it can be quite nerve-wracking. So trying to prepare yourself early on would be advisable. The other thing was with visit 2, there's 32 competencies. So in comparison to visit 1, it is a massive jump, and it's really crucial that you review your records daily, weekly. I used to look at my records at the end of every day and go through them with my supervisor, and she'd ask me, you know, questions like, and put me in different scenarios. What happens if that patient didn't have an exo and she had a esophoria? What about if she came in with double vision and it was horizontal or vertical? That kind of thing. So trying to challenge your understanding so you're more prepared, and that all comes from the right from the very beginning, in your first few weeks as a pre-reg, and that supervisor bonding that I was talking about, that really is crucial to gain.
You need to revise and make sure that your knowledge is current, and you need to look at the assessment framework, and the indicators on that give you a very good idea of what to revise. You need to be really organised, because it's really up to you in your pre-reg year. Nobody else is going to do it for you, so it's up to you to find the right patients, and it's up to you to send the assessor the paperwork in advance. You need to make sure you're seeing lots of patients, right? So if you've done something, it's always so much easier to demonstrate it and to talk about it.
Stay organised, start revision early on. So if your visit is in 4 or 6 weeks, start right from the onset. and just enjoy it. Enjoy your pre-reg as well. You know, it's a time for you to learn loads. You're going to feel like a sponge.